Field of the evening on opening night. Wouldn't you agree, Chris?
I agree. For players and fans alike, I mean, this is the one night you actually get to believe that you have a chance of winning the championship because you're 0-0. Not until after the game does reality set in. So this is a great night for everyone. Optimism abounds.
So the Nuggets win the tip. Now Sacramento starting 5. Inside, it's Zebo and Cauley Stein. George Hill out there with Fox, and it's Hield in at the 3 slot. Now here's Millsap over Randolph. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Here's Cauley Stein, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Cauley Stein's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Kings. There's the screen. Millsap a screen. And Harris wide open. He shoots, knocks down the 3 ball.
And that was a rock of a screen there set by Millsap.
Hield dishes to Fox. Cauley Stein with the screen for Fox. Hill passes to Randolph. Over Millsap. Another shot. And the layup good by Randolph. Randolph's got his first bucket of the night.
That's his bread and butter. Randolph, a beast on the board.
Murray kicks to Chandler. The shot misses, and the Kings going the other way now. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Fox, no good.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Here's Murray from 13, and it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Murray.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor. And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
And Hill's a player whose shot has to be respected.
Now here's Murray. He's guarded by Hill. Millsap's against Randolph. Shot clock at 6. Millsap misses.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Randolph. Jokic grabs the miss.
Just superb defense there. You could tell they definitely affected the release of that shot.
Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. For the 3, Chandler. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Chandler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kicks it to Fox. Up top, Hield. Cauley Stein, a screen. Over Jokic. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Murray kicks to Chandler. Jokic a screen. Harris passes to Jokic. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Hit the tip. Millsap grabs the miss. Denver in the lead. And here is Murray. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Millsap. And that's going to be a travel.
All right, a chance to check out stats here for George Hill. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 17 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Big group substitution here for Denver. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Jokic. Hernan Gomez comes in for Wilson Chandler. Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Murray. Koufos dishes to Bogdanovich. Shoots over Barton. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Faried outside. Back to Nelson. Millsap a screen. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Over Mason. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Mason with it. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Labissiere, the screen, trying to get back on track. That one misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Denver on top. They lead by 1. And well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And when you consider the Kings trailing. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Sacramento. Carter outside of the 3 with Labissiere down at power forward. Bogdanovich out there with Mason. And it's Koufos in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Carter missing. Well, one thing that Dave Joerger has provided in Sacramento, Chris, is a connection to the core members of the team.
Yeah, and having your star player believe in Coach Joerger and vice versa makes life a lot easier for this team. You can't get very far with infighting between coaches and players. That's something the Kings have battled even before Joerger's tenure. And
we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
To the paint. Out to Nelson. Shoots the 3. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Nelson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Mason. Here's the screen. Labissiere kicks to Mason. Back to Labissiere. Here's Koufos. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Count the basket. Mason's got it all tied up now for Sacramento.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Carter against Millsap. Martin from outside. And again, Denver with the triple.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And a name that a lot of NBA teams were in on this past offseason was Paul Millsap. His ability to shoot from outside and play in the post was wanted all over the league, and the Nuggets were the team ultimately that was able to land it.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Hield with the bucket.
I love seeing Hill shoot the 3-ball. He's a high percentage scorer from there, firing with ease.
The pass to Jokic. Over Cauley-Stein. Jokic, no good. And for the Nuggets, Millsap, Greg, seems to be what they want in the 4.
You know, he pairs well with Jokic and others on this team, gives them some shooting and rebounding, plus his overall versatility is what separates him. The Nuggets seem to jump out of nowhere to sign him, but when you look at things, it really does make sense.
Rocket 2. Here's Giles. Chandler with the rebound. Denver's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Dishes it to Murray. Back to Chandler. Baseline jumper, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Chandler's got 5 now. The Kings have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Fox kicks to Hield. 1:30 left here in the second. Here's Fox. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley-Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
Harris outside. Fox with the steal. And now Sacramento on the break. Fox leading the charge.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Harris outside. Pass to Chandler. Over Hield, and Denver again with the bucket.
He has the physical and mental makeup to abuse defenders inside.
The Kings have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Back to Temple. And stolen by Harris. And now Harris running the floor all by himself.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's Temple, guarded by Harris. Cauley-Stein a screen. And Temple kicks to Hield. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Nuggets lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. Defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Few isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to Denver, everyone. Traffic coming in and out of downtown Denver on this lovely night in the Rockies. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Without a question, Wilson Chandler displaying his skills today. And Chris, you could always face up so well from the high post when you played. Which power forward do you think has the best face-up game out there right now?
Well, I think in order to have a really good face-up game, you have to have another threat, and that's to be able to drive and finish strong off of one leg. And you definitely look at a guy like Towns in Minnesota. He has that. He's so explosive. He can finish with either hand. I also think you have to look at Anthony Davis. This kid, he can stretch the floor, shoot out to the three, but also his first step is so quick. Same with Cousins. The fact that he's 7 foot can post you up, but his first step being quick off of a pump fake, he can do it as well. And don't forget about Blake Griffin. When he gets to that 15-foot spot, you really have to honor his jump shot. So those guys come to mind as far as big fellas that can face you up and knock you down.
I know you took great pride in your decision-making in terms of when to shoot and when to drive.
Yeah, I think your shot selection is your defense as well. You shoot a bad shot, a team like Golden State could have 6 points on 2 possessions off of 2 bad turnovers. And also, I think it shows a commitment to your team for wanting to win. You know, just because you have the green light, why take that when a teammate might have a better shot that's open? So I think it takes a little bit of humility, but definitely a basketball IQ that says, wait, this is the smarter play right now. Can you think it on the live and while it's going on? So it's definitely important to be able to make those decisions.
It is, yeah, it is. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Offensive rebound, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And what a tremendous career for Zach Randolph. He hit some bumps early on, but he's played with tremendous consistency throughout his time.
This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Jokic. Will Barton comes in for Harris. And Nelson is subbed in for Murray. And Randolph drops them both. You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Now look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound, finishing strong on the putback.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the night. And the Nuggets making a change here. Fareed is checked in. That one misses for Millsap.
And when you talk about just a natural basketball player, I think you got to envision a guy like Paul Millsap. He just does it all. He's got the skill level and versatility at that power forward position. And in this league today, you have to be able to impact the game the way he does.
Snatched up. Kufas, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Denver. And you look at all the different things that Paul Millsap does for you on the court, Greg. Don't forget about the defensive end of the floor, too.
Yeah, great point. And all defense selection, one of the great big men in league history in terms of getting steals. Just unbelievable hands. And you know what? He epitomizes consistency when you look at the course of his career.
And Kufas drops them both. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Now, here is Nelson. The dish to Barton. Screen by Fareed. Barton kicks to Hernangomez. Clock at 6. Millsap a screen on Bogdanovich. Nelson, no luck.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
For the lead, Bogdanovich, no luck. Nuggets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Nelson outside. Pass to Millsap. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Bogdanovich. For Sacramento, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Outside Hill. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Barton against Jackson. Barton passes to Millsap. Back to Barton. Shoots from the line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the Kings struggled last season, Greg. They did so because they just couldn't get stops in the defensive end.
And defense, something that this team will struggle with at times. A lot of it is they don't protect the rim or close out, particularly on that three-point shot. And so much of defense just boils down to challenging shooters whenever you can. It's about giving more effort on that side of the ball.
Fareed setting the pick for Nelson. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nuggets have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up.
And really the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic has checked in for Reed. Plumlee comes in for Hernan Gomez. Harris has checked in for Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Nelson. They get it back. Here's Temple. No good on the triple. The Nuggets trail by 3. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jokic a screen. Here's Harris. Denver the rebound. Millsap has the open look. And again, Denver no good. Here's Labissiere. Offline with the baseline jumper. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Kings ahead. They lead by 3. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving. Don't let them stand and get set up and scheme up.
And that's Dave Yeager laying out the key points for his team over this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the ball and his guys to remain in constant motion. Keep the defense on defense.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Labissiere and Cauley Stein are the bigs. Fox is out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Hield in at the 3. He kicks it to Temple. Cauley Stein a screen. Cauley Stein with a screen on Harris. Here's Fox. Here's Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Cauley Stein's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Kings.
Exceptional instincts on the offensive boards. And didn't try to slam it home. Tipping it in was all he needed.
Jokic a screen. Here's Chandler. Goes back up. They shoot again. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Nuggets, Nikola Jokic. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season, and all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
Hield with the bucket.
And Hield is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the pass. The D can't afford to play off of him.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Murray kicks to Jokic. Launches a 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Down low. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play. And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined, but what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
Jokic high post. Nice form on the 20-footer.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
Cauley Stein dishes to Hill. It's Fox atop the key. Clock at 4. Randolph can't hit.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
And that just shows you can do everything right sometimes but still get the wrong result. Well, it's clear they want to try to come back and win this game, but that's not going to happen if he's taking shots like that.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Randolph bullies defenders. You try to match his physicality, he ends up getting the whistle.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Murray kicks to Chandler. Passes it to Jokic. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Hill with him. Now Chandler defending. Hield kicks to Randolph. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Randolph's got 4 points in the quarter.
Right in his wheelhouse. Randolph putting in work in the paint.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Another miss by Jokic.
Whoa, D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Fox passes to Hield. Cauley Stein a screen. Feeds it to Fox. Hield kicks to Hill. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Sacramento.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Zach Randolph.
Oh, he was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Jokic. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Outside Hill. So it's the Kings